Ever since I was little, I can't remember there was a time when I didn't want to do anything other than music. From a young age, it all started when my aunt got me 10 free guitar lessons at Merit Music and a crappy acoustic guitar for my 7th birthday. It was from there I found my passion. My dad was a huge music fan and was pretty much taught me everything I needed to know about rock music. I was listening to bands like Aerosmith, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, The Who, The Beatles, The Stones, Hendrix, and U2, just to name a few since I was pretty much born. Music was already in my blood since my uncle had played guitar, so it seemed only fitting that I'd follow in his footsteps. As a young guitar player, there was only one person I ever wanted to be like, and that was Jimi Hendrix. From the longest time I remember, I always wanted to be like him, play guitar like him, so I always listened to him a bunch when I was little. From the age of 10, I remember just listening over and over and over to Jimi Hendrix's best of albums and wanting to be able to play those songs and be able to be just as good as him. I used to pretend in my room to be acting like I was on stage and play guitar all the time and think that one day I'll be as good as him. I would practice for hours on end. I would practice until my fingers bled because that's what all the musicians that I looked up to were doing. They'd practice and practice and practice and practice until they were the very best that they could be. People like George Harrison from the Beatles used to practice until his fingers bled, so that's what I did. Around the age of 12, I finally got my chance to be in a band. I joined this program called Music Shut Up in Reading, Connecticut with this guy named David Morgan, who would get a bunch of kids together to play in a band, and you would practice these songs with a bunch of kids that you didn't know, so it was very interesting for me because I never had done this before, and meeting new kids and playing songs in front of people was very interesting, and that's where I really found my love of music. Around when high school started, I really wanted to play music more, so I decided to go on Craigslist and I set up an ad for a guitar player looking for people to play with, and I got a bunch of hits, and I met 3 of these high school kids who were from different schools, and they all came to my house and we just played together, and we just continued playing together until we finally formed a band, and we all became really good friends, and it really showed me the power of music. Music can bring people together no matter where you're from or who you are. It's a universal thing that nobody can take away from you, and that's its true beauty. Then I finally met Evan, who also wanted to play music, so we decided to start a band again, and I finally broke out into doing something even more insane than I ever thought I would ever do. I was recording my own songs, recording my own music videos, meeting new people that I never even thought before, playing out live, writing these songs that are insane that I could ever imagine. I'm doing stuff that I don't even think that was possible before, that the little dream that I had when I was 7 years old when I got that crappy guitar is now becoming true. Like, it's an insane thing for me, and I love it. The only thing I ever want to do with music is for it to be able to touch people, and when they listen to it, they get a feeling in themselves that they think of their own life, and they get really attached to a song. The best thing I think, the way to describe this is Dave Grohl said it best. The one thing great about music is you can sing to 85,000 people and they'll sing it back for 85,000 different reasons. And I think that's the beauty to music, is a song has a different meaning from the person next to you, to the person in front of you, the person behind you, to the person you're going to sit next to on the train. And I think it's the coolest thing about music is it's so universal that it's the only universal language in the world that you can communicate with people from all over, and that's what I hope to do one day, and that's what I strive for. To think that my 7-year-old dream was coming true now is impossible to ever imagine. I'm basically doing what I wanted to do ever since I was little. I'm producing my own songs, I'm recording my own songs, I'm playing the drums. I didn't ever think I'd do that. I'm opening my own studio in my house. I can't believe my childish dream is coming true.